Ethiopia's maritime ambition, US endorsement, and the shifting dynamics of Horn of Africa. A pivotal moment unfolds in Ethiopia's quest for maritime access as US Ambassador Ervin Massinga declares Washington's full commitment to supporting this endeavor through diplomatic and peaceful avenues. This announcement not only underscores Ethiopia's aspirations, but also highlights shifting dynamics in the Horn of Africa, where economic ambitions, security concerns, and regional alliances converge. Hello, I'm Sina, and this is Analytica Today. On June 2, 2025, in an exclusive interview with ENA US Ambassador to Ethiopia, Ervin Massinga reiterated that the United States government and its embassy are fully committed to helping Ethiopia secure access to the sea through commercial, diplomatic, and peaceful means. For a landlocked nation with one of Africa's fastest growing economies, this support carries profound implications, not only for Ethiopia's economic future, but for the stability of the Horn of Africa as a whole. Ambassador Massinga emphasized that facilitating Ethiopia's maritime access is a fundamental priority, a statement that goes beyond mere diplomatic courtesy. By vocalizing this support, the United States signals strategic endorsement of Ethiopia's long-standing goal, effectively positioning itself as a partner and redrawing the Horn's commercial and security map. This commitment also reflects Washington's broader aim to bolster friendly, stable governments in a region where extremist groups and interstate tensions persist. Ethiopia's landlocked status has long forced over 95% of its imports and exports to transit through Djibouti. In January 2024, Addis Ababa inked a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland to lease 19 kilometers of coastline for 50 years in exchange for future recognition of Somaliland's independence. While this agreement promised a modular solution for Ethiopia's predicament, it also provoked fierce objections from Somalia, which regards Somaliland as its sovereign territory. While this agreement promised a modular solution to Ethiopia's predicament, it also provoked fierce objections from Somalia, which regards Somaliland as its sovereign territory. As diplomatic tensions brewed, the question of access to the Red Sea became entangled with broader debates over sovereignty, regional alliances, and economic opportunity. The fallout from the Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU threatened to destabilize counterterrorism cooperation, particularly the joint fight against Al-Shabaab. In December 2024, Turkey brokered the Ankara Declaration, coaxing Ethiopia and Somalia back to the negotiating table. Under this agreement, both sides committed to mutual respect and technical talks addressing Somaliland's status. Ambassador Massinga's latest remarks reinforce US backing for such diplomatic pathways, underscoring that any resolution must be anchored in regional consensus rather than unilateral maneuvers. Ethiopia's push for piecemeal access has rippled through the Horn, prompting a cautious recalibration among neighboring capitals. Egypt and Eritrea, concerned by Ethiopia's ongoing Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam project and its expanding regional influence, have reportedly explored closer ties with Somalia to check Addis Ababa's maneuvers. In this fraught environment, US support for Ethiopia's peaceful maritime quest adds another layer of complexity. On one hand, it reassures Addis Ababa that Washington values its economic potential and security role. On the other, it obliges the US to navigate between competing interests, balancing ties with Egypt, Somalia, and other stakeholders in the Horn. Access to the sea would transform Ethiopia's economic trajectory. Diversifying transit routes could lower logistic costs, unlock new trading partners, and strengthen Addis Ababa's leverage in regional markets. Security-wise, enhanced access might pave the way for a nascent Ethiopian maritime capacity, supplementing Djibouti's port infrastructure and reinforcing joint counterterrorism efforts. Yet, miscalculations could backfire. If Ethiopia's push is perceived as overreaching, it risks straining alliances critical to combating extremist outfits like Al-Shabaab. US involvement through intelligence sharing, training, or development assistance can either mitigate these risks or, if mishandled, aggravate existing fissures. Ambassador Massinga's pledge is more than rhetorical. It cements a US endorsement of Ethiopia's strategic vision and underscores the critical juncture at which the Horn of Africa stands. For Addis Ababa, transforming a landlocked economy into maritime-enabled hub requires deft diplomacy, regional collaboration, and clear-eyed appraisal of internal and external challenges. With the United States at its side, Ethiopia's journey towards the Red Sea may yet redefine power dynamics in East Africa, provided all parties remain committed to dialogue, mutual respect, and shared vision of stability. This is Analytica Today. I'm Sina. Thank you for listening. Stay informed, stay engaged.